YAML Syntax. This page provides a basic overview of correct YAML syntax, which is how Ansible playbooks, our configuration management language, are expressed. We use YAML because it is easier for humans to read and write than other common data formats like XML or JSON. Further, there are libraries available in most programming languages for working with YAML. You may also wish to read working with playbooks at the same time to see how this is used in practice. YAML Basics. For Ansible, nearly every YAML file starts with a list. Each item in the list is a list of key-value pairs, commonly called a hash or a dictionary. So, we need to know how to write lists and dictionaries in YAML. There's another small quirk to YAML. All YAML files, regardless of their association with Ansible or not, can optionally begin with and end with. This is part of the YAML format and indicates the start and end of a document. All members of a list are lines beginning at the same indentation level, starting with a dash and a space. A dictionary is represented in a simple key-value form. The colon must be followed by a space. More complicated data structures are possible, such as lists of dictionaries, dictionaries whose values are lists or a mix of both. Flow collections. Dictionaries and lists can also be represented in an abbreviated form if you really want to. Boolean in Ansible. Ansible doesn't really use these too much, but you can also specify a Boolean value, true, false, in several forms. Use lowercase, true, or false, for Boolean values in dictionaries if you want to be compatible with default YAML options. Spanning multiple lines. Values can span multiple lines using or greater than. Spanning multiple lines using a literal block scalar will include the new lines and any trailing spaces. Using a folded block scalar, greater than will fold new lines to spaces. It's used to make what would otherwise be a very long line easier to read and edit. In either case, the indentation will be ignored. Examples are, while in the above greater than example all new lines are folded into spaces, there are two ways to enforce a new line to be kept. Let's combine what we learned so far in an arbitrary YAML example. This really has nothing to do with Ansible, but will give you a feel for the format. In addition to and, there are a number of characters that are special, or reserved, and cannot be used as the first character of an unquoted scalar, greater than, asterisk and, %@. You should also be aware of. In YAML, they are allowed at the beginning of a string if a non-space character follows, but YAML processor implementations differ, so it's better to use quotes. In flow collections, the rules are a bit stricter. Boolean conversion is helpful, but this can be a problem when you want a literal yes or other Boolean values as a string. In these cases, just use quotes.